They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Trubisky. Buying time to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety Malik Hooker there in coverage.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Room here to run. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumbled a great field position. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The tackle.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
This is Cohen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The ball carrier brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Bears.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
No gain on the
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bears nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
say bye. But we never know just when it's our time and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, we can't go toast. Give them a rose, but they still alive.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. All day, just like that, just like that.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football, overtime, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He was looking for his rookie Cole Kmet that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down and 10.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And 2.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
He's tackled at the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And the Colts' leading tackler in 2019, Anthony Walker, gets another one there.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Yard line.
They run. This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and short yardage, Percent. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Another 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Tavon Wilson. Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
On the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
4th down.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
To punt for the Bears.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Brissett. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On the return is Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down.
Bears.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Again, it's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Mooney. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That's caught at the 2. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ricky Ortiz as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point.
Bears 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out.
Yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Right at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and...
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 41-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Cohen. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 50-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Kari Willis there to bring him down.
But sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Flag 6. Flag 6. Hey, check Mike.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Jonathan
Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry, but I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often in Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
He's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Brissett to throw on first. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10,
do what we
touchdown,
do.
Indianapolis.
Complete to
Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Colts 28, Bears 19.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to 2.
Is good. Makes the score Colts 28, Bears 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Brissett. Going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35.
Get off the field.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devontae Parker, 83 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete.
Trubisky's
good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but Very little reason to use him at this point. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run once more with Taylor. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Shelton.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Devontae Parker. Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Brissett looks to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, Charles, exciting to the very